God bless you, Mr. President. God bless Egypt and Egypt's efforts. And from the heart of Cairo, the historic capital that has always carried Africa's hopes, stood by the different nations and defended its dreams, Egypt is once again affirming its indispensable role on the continent. And tonight we'll be shedding light on this important and strategic and profound, important event that is taking place on Egyptian soil, the 5th African Union Week for Post-Conflict Reconstruction and Development. And we're honored to have with us Professor Dr. Niveen Nakhla, Professor of Business Administration, and together we are going to talk more about Egypt's achievements in Africa and as a partner that Africa can definitely rely on in the moments of turbulence, in the moments of conflict and in transformation. Egypt is always there for all Africans. Thank you, Dr. Niveen, for coming.
Thank you very much. I'm very lucky to be with you today. And first, I would like to say my heartfelt wishes to His Excellency, our beloved President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, on his birthday. God protect him and support him, and God bless our country, God bless Egypt. Thank you for inviting me on this special day.
Thank you so much, Dr. Niveen. Before talking about our topic, let's first read the main stories that make headlines for today. In a landmark ceremony today, President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi and Russian President Vladimir Putin participated via video conference to oversee the installation of the pressure vessel for the first nuclear reactor at Egypt's Al Dab'a nuclear power plant. The event coincides with Egypt's 5th annual Nuclear Energy Day, marking the anniversary of the 213 Egypt-Russia agreement in order to build this plant. President Putin praised the speed of progress, crediting President al-Sisi's personal oversight over accelerating construction. He highlighted the depth of Egypt-Russia cooperation rooted in decades of strategic partnership from the high dam era to the present. In his address, President al-Sisi described the installation as a new bright chapter in Egypt's history. He reiterated that the project reflects not only the strategic bond between Egypt and Russia, but also Egypt's commitment to nuclear technology as a national priority. The President emphasized the dual goals of sustainable development and knowledge localization, underlining the training of a new generation of nuclear experts and the creation of thousands of jobs, a clear signal of Egypt's ambition to become a regional hub for peaceful nuclear energy. And we're honored to read this headline with His Excellency Ambassador Raouf Saad, former Assistant Minister for Foreign Affairs. Thank you so much, Your Excellency, for being with us. It's a very important step and an important achievement today. And how did you read the steadfast determination in order to realize Egypt's vision of energy independence? Ambassador Saad.
Good evening, ma'am. Before I respond to your question, let me join you in expressing my heartfelt felicitations, to His Excellency, our great leader, President Sisi, wishing him all the best, and continued progress in building a new country and rebuilding as well a new healthy human being. Well, in the few minutes we have, I think we will not get into the technicalities of this great project. Let's leave the technicalities for the technicians.
Yeah.
But in the few minutes we have, I'll just focus on two major aspects. Beyond the project, I think we have to look at the significance of and the nature of the project. The second is the timing of the event itself. For the political significance, as you have rightly said, and as President Sisi just referred to, he referred to the high dam. This reflects and expresses the real nature of the relationship between Russia and Egypt since its initiation. And here we can remember the armaments deal in the 50s and the high dam you know, in the 60s, and then arming the Egyptian military in the 60s and the 70s, yeah, through the October War. So you have always stations, and that reflects two things. That one is a fact that may be not very clear to everybody, that establishing and engaging in strategic projects and Russian projects in Egypt serves very much the interest of Russia before it serves the interest of Egypt, because, you know, as I say, you know, Egypt and the Middle East is like a revolving door. I mean, the entry to the Middle East is Egypt, and the exit from the region is also Egypt. So they understand from the very beginning, you know, that, you know, getting into strategic projects with Egypt would reflect very much their interest. On the other side, on the Egypt side, you know, that is, you know, that since we have started to diversify our relationship, you know, since Nasser era, and then it continued, you know, through decades, in spite of some, you know, downs in the relationship, particularly regarding the exit of the Russian expert. Nevertheless, that did not affect the major track of relationship. And now, having the Taba plant and fixing the reactor would reflect something very important, that Russia, in spite of all the difficulties that they're going through, they respect their commitment. And this is a very significant message, that although Russia is very much involved in the Ukraine war, but it's not far from the Middle East. And to prove that it is in the Middle East, that it has to start with something major with Egypt. So this is very important. The timing as well serves the same cause I'm trying to reflect, that, you know, that it could have been easily delayed, you know, because of the war there and the commitments and the problems going on between Russia and Ukraine. But nevertheless, you know, their political will and their real understanding of how important to respect their commitments and to send a clear message that Russia may be temporarily away a bit from the Middle East, but Russia will never be away from the Middle East, particularly through Egypt.
Right. I thank you so much, Your Excellency, Ambassador Raouf Saad, former Assistant Foreign Minister, for your wise analysis and your input. And as the President spoke of this important moment today as a luminous moment and a luminous page, as he said, as it goes hand in hand for our strategic goals, Egypt's development journey, emphasizing that it's not just for energy, but it's the localization of knowledge, job creation, the formation also of a generation of nuclear experts. And as Ambassador Saad has further outlined how this important national project is aligning with Egypt's Vision 2030. Let's watch this report that is going to lead us to talk about this important file and Egypt's achievements in Africa with Dr. Niveen Nakhla, how Cairo is leading Africa's renewal today, hosting the 5th AU week in order to rebuild lives and, most importantly, to restore hope. Let's watch.